Hi guys, so this video is all about resonance. So we're just going to start off with the Y buzz. So just to remind you, get your feet parallel underneath your hips, your knees soft, your spine lengthening, your back widening, your limbs releasing, your eyes seeing the room, and if they look in front of them, still a sense of your peripheral vision. You don't go into zombie zone, you keep noticing things in the room. And you're going to think of lengthening your cheek muscles, and letting your mouth come forward in a pout like this. You're going to release your jaw, let your tongue rest on the bottom of your mouth. And to test your sound, you want to open and close your nostrils with your fingers to make sure that the sound isn't going up into your nose. So like this. When you find the sound where it isn't going through your nose, you've hit the sweet spot. So just play with that in different pitches. But don't take it too high. So too high. Keep it in your mid-range. If you want to test that, call hey to someone across the room and take that as your starting note. Okay, so we're going to get that sound going. We're going to roll down, we're going to bounce 3 times and roll up. So it'll look something like this. Breathe whenever you need to. Find the sound again. Let the movement affect the sound. Let the sound affect the movement. So there are a whole range of things you can do with the Y buzz. So you remember we did the one where we did the shaking. So you can move through your different body parts, going you're really imagining that the sound is coming from there. You let that body part go, and you imagine that you're still shaking that as you're doing it, but you don't act the effect on the voice. You just feel that sense of the voice being in the arm and the arm giving support to the voice. And then you can work through all the limbs. You move to this arm, to this leg, the whole body, and each time coming back to stillness and trying it again. So it would look something like this. All the time thinking of your head going up and forward. So your neck is long, crown floating, but the heavy part of the head is resting slightly forward. And you build up the body parts. So you don't just think of this arm, you think of the 2 arms you've shaken. Now we shake the leg. If you need something to lean against, slightly do. And now you're thinking of arm, leg. Same thing on the other side. Now you're thinking arm, leg. Now shaking the whole body. And hopefully you should feel really alive vibrations in your hands, your feet, your legs. You should feel like your whole body is like an instrument that's going. Okay, now we're going to play with resonance, but moving through the different resonators. So I want you to just imagine here at the base of your belly, the base of your spine. Maybe just get your knees sinking down a little bit. I want you to imagine you're a bear, a big grizzly bear or a polar bear. Oh, 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 oh. Find your own bear. It might not be exactly like mine, but the sound is rooting down here. If you're struggling to find it, it might help to go back to the all fours position and the moo. Moo, moo. And you can pat yourself here and rub to encourage the sound there. And then we're going to go on a more specific sound from that bear voice. Oh. Great. We move on to the chest. So it's the chest here, but it's also between the shoulder blades. It's this whole area. And we're going to think of a cello. A cello. Ah, ah, ah. Once you've got the feeling of the sound, then just let the ah come. Ah. Again, remembering neck long, head moving forward and up. Now you're going to take your hands here to the back of your neck, and one hand here, and you're going to imagine a big beak. Eh, 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 eh. When you've got that, then can you do eh? So you're really getting the sound up here in the sinuses and at the back here. And we're going for this particular exercise, we're going for that very nasal quality. Remembering that there's another exercise where we do, which is also about this resonance, but isn't quite so nasal. It diffuses the sound throughout the head. And that sounds more like ee. This one, we're really pushing it forward into the sinuses. Ee, even though it's in the same resonating area. Which is nice because it gives you a sense of the different qualities you can get within the same resonator. It doesn't all have to be the same. Okay, now hands above your head and thinking of a bell. Oh, ah, ah, oh, oh. And then one sound. Oh. It might sound a bit weird, it might go a bit squeaky, but just play with this idea of getting the sound coming through your skull, and you should feel like the top of your skull is buzzing. Okay, play around with those for a bit. And for the last part of this resonance exploration, I'm going to teach you a new exercise. It's called a Schechner cycle. It was developed by a theatre practitioner in America called Richard Schechner. And you might remember in Theatre in Context, I referenced him as somebody who took the tradition of rasas in Indian theatre and made an exercise out of it for contemporary theatre in America. And contemporary and experimental theatre. So this is the same guy, but this was a voice exercise he developed, and it's to wake up the different resonators. Okay, so it's a cycle, and you go 32, then 16, then 8, then 4, then 2, then 1. So it looks like this. You start with the chest. Ha, 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 ha. Ha, 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 ha. So that's the chest. That was 32. If you want to count the counts, you can use one hand to do it. Then we go up to the back of the neck and the sinuses. And here, this is not the bird sound, but the very full lower head resonance. E, 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 e. E, 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 E. Then you come down here to the lower resonator, and the sound is O, 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 O. O, 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 O. And you can do a little bounce if you want to find it. Then the last one is shooting out the top of your head. lost track of it there. I hope I did 32. You see how you can count with your hands or start to count it in your head. And it gets easier the shorter the cycle becomes. So now we do 16. Ha, 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 ha. E, 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 e. O, 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 o. Ha, ha. Now we're going on to 8. Ha, 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 ha. E, 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 e. O, 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 o. Ha, 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 4. E, 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 o, 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 o. Ha, ha, e, e, o, o, ha, e, o, ha, e, o, ha, e, o, Okay, and while you're doing it, remember, spine long, back widening, head going forward and up, knees released, eyes soft, seeing the world. Don't go into zombie zone staring like this. See the world, eyes soft, and enjoy. And just keep doing it. It'll get easier each day, particularly that last bit where you're bouncing between them, and it'll give you a lovely, full, rich voice. Enjoy.